have Tappan Island right in front of us, and Wood Island just over there, and the sunrise coming up. So Ruth Graham tells the story of having to go judge an art contest, and the topic was peace. And there were all sorts of entries. There were beautiful paintings of scenic forests and beautiful glades and mountain vistas and wonderful rivers. But none of them won the contest. The one that won the contest was this incredible painting of this violent storm, where the trees were bent over by the power of the wind, the rains were slashing down, wearing away the foundation of a barn, and the lightning was streaking across the dark sky. Yet in one of those trees there was a nest, and in the nest there was a mother bird with her wing covering her babies. In the midst of the chaos and violence and storms of life, we have peace that comes to us. In the peace of a sunrise. A peace that we know that Mother Mary knew for their child Jesus, and thinking of all mothers worried for their children this morning. That Mary knew of a peace of God because she could take of the chaos around her and take it into her heart, and she would ponder these things in her heart. She would ponder the chaos of the shepherds coming to greet her newborn. She would ponder the chaos of losing her child. And this story from Luke 2, from Jesus having gone to the temple, but they didn't know that. He was missing. So they went searching for him. From Luke chapter 2, starting in verse 46. 3 days later they found Jesus sitting in the temple, listening to the teachers, asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was surprised at how much he knew it and the answers he gave. Now when his parents found him, they were amazed. And Jesus said to his mother, when his mother asked, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been very worried, and we've been searching for you." And Jesus answered, "Why did you have to look for me? Didn't you know that I would be in my Father's house?" But they did not understand what he meant. Then Jesus went back to Nazareth with his parents and obeyed them. And his mother kept on thinking about all that had happened, and she pondered all these things in her heart. There is a grace that comes, a peace that comes in trusting of God's love and grace, even when the chaos around us does not make sense, even when the fear around us starts to build. There is a peace that God promises us in the midst of a storm. There are many of you who have set out prayers for today, for those who need God's peace of healing, God's peace of comfort, God's peace in this time of chaos. Reading to you from your posts, Maureen asks for prayers for her mom and her whole family. Today is the 5th anniversary of her death. And Maureen lifts up the gift that her parents, her mom and dad, courted while sailing on a sunfish in the waters outside of Boston. Linda asks for prayers for Katie, for her, how to figure out how to get her healthy. And Beth Hoffman asks for prayers for the Fulham girls, as they struggle so hard in these times, missing their father. Kathy Lee asks for prayers that we as a country can find our way through this current upheaval in a just and fair manner. And Beth Campbell asks for prayers for her mom, Sue, who had surgery this week, and her continued recovery. Heather asks for prayers for asks for prayers for peace and justice in a deeply divided nation. Adria asks for prayers for her friends Brooke and Kevin and their families. They lost their 7-year-old son unexpectedly earlier this week. Steph asks for prayers for Pilgrim Lodge and the Pilgrim Lodge advisory team as they navigate through difficult waters. And Rachel asks for prayers for peace, love, and for everyone. As we watch the sun rise, I ask you to gauge a moment of silent prayer, welcoming the day.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Oh, and we have a rainbow off the side of the boat.
Wow.
Wow. How did you see that? That's stunning.
Double.
Oh my God.
Yay, Brad.
Yay. It is beautiful. A sunrise rainbow. I don't think I've ever seen one. This is amazing. I've never seen a sunrise. Oh. You're kidding.
Gift.
Ah, yes.
Gift. Look at that.
Well, we praise you, God, for the sunrise. Morning is broken. For rainbows for sunrise. For the day to be filled, God, with your peace. Go forth with this hope. Go forth with this joy. This is God's day. It is a beautiful day. Amen. Yes.
Uh-huh.